Hey, what's good, Raiders Nation? Buckle up because we've got some spicy news straight from the gridiron, and it's going to hit you like a Max Crosby sack. The NFL rumor mill is churning, and today we're diving into a report about our very own Las Vegas Raiders and a move that's got the football world buzzing. Word on the street is that the Tennessee Titans are signing our former wide receiver Raml Katon after their star Treylon Burks went down with a fractured collarbone. But hold up, before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's talk about what this means for the silver and black legacy and the future of one of our young guns. Ready to break it all down? Let's roll. So, here's the deal. According to NFL insider Tom Pelissero, the Titans are bringing in Raml Katon to fill the void left by Burks' injury during their Saturday training camp practice. This is big news, Raiders fans, because Katon was one of ours, a guy who fought tooth and nail to make it in the NFL after going undrafted out of Tennessee in 2024. He showed flashes of brilliance in the preseason, earning a spot on our 53-man roster, which, let's be real, is no small feat for an undrafted rookie. But now, he's headed to Nashville, and we're left wondering, what's next for this kid, and how does this impact the Raiders' wide receiver room? Let's unpack the story of Katon's journey and why this move has us all talking. Raml Katon, a 6'2", 190-pound speedster, started his NFL dream with the Raiders as an undrafted free agent out of Tennessee. This guy was a standout for the Volunteers, racking up 86 receptions for 1,456 yards and 11 touchdowns over 5 college seasons, averaging a slick 16.9 yards per catch. In 2022 alone, he hauled in 31 catches for 562 yards and 5 scores, including a clutch performance in the Orange Bowl against Clemson. When he joined the Raiders, he turned heads in the 2024 preseason, snagging 5 passes for 84 yards, including a jaw-dropping one-handed grab against the 49ers that had us all hyped. That hustle earned him a spot on the active roster, but his time in Vegas was a roller coaster, bouncing between the practice squad and active roster, catching just 1 pass for 7 yards in 8 games, and contributing on special teams with 1 tackle. What do you think, Raiders Nation? Did we let a hidden gem slip away, or is this just part of the NFL grind? Now, let's talk about why the Titans are making this move. Treylon Burks, their former first-round pick, fractured his collarbone during practice, and early reports suggest he could miss the start of the season. That's a tough blow for Tennessee, especially since Burks has had a rough go with injuries and hasn't quite lived up to his draft hype. Enter Katon, who worked out for the Titans on Friday and clearly impressed enough to earn a contract. For Katon, this is a homecoming of sorts. He's a Tennessee Volunteer returning to the Volunteer state, and you know he's hungry to prove himself. But here's the kicker. The Raiders waived him back in April after drafting TCU's Jack Beck. So is this a case of us not seeing his full potential, or just a numbers game? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should the Raiders have kept Katon in the fold? All right, Raiders Nation, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture for our silver and black. Losing Katon stings a bit, especially after he showed promise in the preseason, but let's not forget the depth we've got in our wide receiver room. Jacoby Myers and Trey Tucker have been holding it down, and with rookie Jack Beck joining the mix, the Raiders are clearly looking to build around a new core. Katon's departure might open the door for another young gun to step up, but it also raises questions about our roster decisions. Did we move on from him too soon? Or is this just the reality of the NFL, where tough cuts happen every day? One thing's for sure, Katon's got a golden opportunity in Tennessee to show what he's made of, and you better believe we'll be watching. Imagine him lining up against us in a Titans jersey. How wild would that be? Let's talk about Katon's potential impact with the Titans. At 24 years old, he's still got plenty of upside, and his college stats scream big playability. The Titans are desperate for receiver help with Burks sidelined, and Katon's 6'2" frame and knack for stretching the field could make him a dark horse in their offense. Plus, he's got that chip on his shoulder from being undrafted and waived, which could fuel some serious breakout potential. For the Raiders, though, this is a reminder of how cutthroat the NFL can be. 1 minute you're making a roster, the next you're packing your bags. What do you think Katon's ceiling is with the Titans? Could he be the steal of their offseason, or will he struggle to crack their depth chart? Hit the comments and let's debate. Now, let's take a step back and reflect on what this means for the Raiders' strategy moving forward. The fact that we let Katon go in April, right after signing him to a 2-year deal in November, suggests the front office had a clear plan to shake things up. With new additions like Beck and a focus on developing younger talent, the Raiders are betting on a fresh wave of playmakers. But losing a guy like Katon, who showed he could hang with the big dogs, makes you wonder if we're playing chess or checkers. The NFL is all about depth, and with injuries piling up across the league, maybe we could have used Katon's versatility. Raiders Nation, do you trust our GM's vision, or are we scratching our heads over this one? Let's hear your take. Before we wrap this up, let's give a shout out to Raml Katon for grinding it out and earning this shot with the Titans. The dude went from undrafted to making the Raiders roster, and now he's got a fresh start in Tennessee. That's the kind of heart we love in the silver and black, even if he's rocking a different jersey now. As for us, Raiders Nation, we keep pushing forward, ready to dominate the AFC West and beyond. What's next for our squad? Are we making a big move before the season kicks off? Stay locked in for more Las Vegas Raiders news, and let's keep the energy high. Smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, subscribe to the channel, and share this with your fellow Raiders fans. Let's keep the nation strong.